Mata. Hey, folks. Welcome. Welcome back. Well, what do we got here? We got the nighttime video. Basically, we're going to go over Grant Cardone and Gavin Newsom. Can I can't even say his name right. Can Grant Cardone actually run for California governor and make California wealthy again? Well, what do you mean by wealthy again? Like, aren't the wealthy already wealthy in California? Do the wealthy really care about the poor becoming wealthy, or anyone else becoming? Because if you're wealthy in California, you don't care about. You hate poor people. You don't want to help poor people. You distance yourself from poor people. It's you have nothing. Your community is gated, so poor people can't get in. You donate to charities, so-called charities, basically every year to make yourself feel good and stuff like that. And you think you're helping the poor, but actually you're not. And California has a lot of poor people and has a lot of rich people. But electing Grant Cardone is not going to fix the problem. Electing Gavin Newsom is not going to fix the problem. It's basically a tax issue, a real estate issue, a property issue, a home, rent, a rent to, jumping to rent to home ownership problem. It takes a long time, the gap, I bet you, in California to, basically get a home. Usually when you get a home in California, that means you're leaving to Texas, you're leaving to Wyoming, you're leaving to Montana, you're leaving to Nevada. You're not staying in California when you become a homeowner. You only stay, California people only stay a couple of years and they rent, they work, they get that experience, and they leave California. So I don't know why Grant. I don't know why I can't get his name right. Grant Cardone. I don't know what he's doing, but Grant Cardone. I'm shocked that he wants to run for California governor. Why? Because why am I concerned about Grant Cardone running for governor? Because Grant Cardone has a lot of sins, I believe, a lot of sins behind his accumulation of wealth. So, not saying everyone's, an angel or Mother Teresa getting their wealth, but his business ethics are probably not the best business ethics out there for, how he became rich. And nothing against him for, the way he get his wealth. God bless him. God bless his family. But, the way he got his wealth is probably going to be used against him from Gavin Newsom. And because Gavin Newsom is a career politician, I think Gavin Newsom was mayor of San Francisco or city politician in San Francisco, or some kind of politician in San Francisco or the Bay Area, and he was in politics and got enough steam to actually run for governor of California. So, and I think he's Nancy Pelosi's grandchild. So he has a lot of backing and a lot of backup to help him out. So, anyhow, and plus, I don't see Grant Cardone as a governor. I see him as a salesman, salesperson, selling stuff online. That's what he's good at. I'm shocked that he wants to waste his time in politics. God bless him. God bless his family. God bless, like, if he wants to run for governor, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Everyone's free to do what they want to do. I'm not so lucky in my life to do what I want to do because of the society, but we won't go into that. But God bless him for what he wants to do. If he wants to run for governor, it'll be a good race. It'd be, sometimes you need a celebrity to get California on the map. Grant Cardone runs, that means he basically is going to put California on the map because he's a online star. He's an influencer. Basically, Grant Cardone is an influencer, a social media influencer with millions and millions of followers. He has people going to his. I think he has a couple of SAS going on. And basically, he has a lot going on for him other than politics. And one of the reasons that just came in my little cloud right here of why Grant Cardone wants to become governor of California, because I always thought he was a resident of the state of Florida. Not maybe he has a house somewhere in California. Now I don't know. I always thought he was a resident of Florida. So one thing that came to mind why people like himself wants to run for political office is because he wants to change something within the law or compliance within his business. Maybe something about real estate because he's a real estate tycoon with multifamily real estate loans or something like that. I don't know what he's into. I used to follow him a long time ago, but something this he's not a person I want to follow anymore because I didn't like the way he real estate's not my forte basically. So he was always real estate this, real estate that. Real estate, you need a lot of money and you need a cash cow to feed into that real estate and to get to be good at real estate. And myself, I don't have that cash cow or inheritance backing to feed my real estate fortune. So, because you buy a property, you're gonna need money in the long run to pay for your current expenses. So that's real estate investments is not for everybody. So that's why I stopped. I unfriended. I stopped connecting with him, unfollow him on Twitter. I just didn't want to listen to no more Grant Cardone because it sounded like a broken record, his stuff. And he was always he was like a Ty Lopez, and it just didn't click. And he just, for him, I think one of my friends went to his seminar and he was charging like $10,000, and my friend was very hyped up about it. And my friend came back and told me all about it, and I said, well, what did you get out of it that you didn't have before? Because my friend wasn't really deep into the real estate. He says, well, it was just probably motivation. So I said, all right, you paid 10 grand for motivations. And a lot of people need that. A lot of people need, a crack, a whip behind the head, to get motivated, basically. They need to have someone who's in that genre of, celebrityism, influencerism, to actually tell them, hey, get off your butt and do this. And that's what my friend did. He paid 10 grand to go with this breakfast with Grant Cardone and a whole bunch of other business people. And he came back and he started doing real estate stuff, and I never heard from him again. But anyhow, a lot of people do need that motivation from people like Grant Cardone. They can't get it from a friend or a psychologist or something like that. You go to a psychologist for motivation, but I guess you could for a mental break. But anyhow, yeah, this is interesting. If Grant Cardone can become governor of California, and I guess going back to my other point is that when a celebrity runs at that has a high echelon of followers like that on YouTube, like another person like me, Kevin, on YouTube, he's very popular. When he runs for governor, all his fans and followers know also that he's also running for governor. So it brings up, it actually makes California a great state. Because it gets the name out there. It brings more people to California. So it's great. It's actually great. We need people like Grant Cardone to run for governor. So anyhow, but Gavin Newsom, I think he's doing his best. He's not for the poor people or trying to resolve a lot of problems. To me, there's a lot of poor people's problems in California. No one cares about them. You know, we will have other videos about that later on. I'm making a documentary about, you know, actually being homeless in California, and actually being poor in California. There's a lot of poor people in California because, you know, when I finally moved out, well, when I came back from school from college, and this was years ago, and I remember my rent was $1,500 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and that was in San Diego. And basically, my rent in Nevada at the same year, a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, was only $800. So it's a jump right there. It's a really really bad jump. So what I'm saying is that, you know, it all starts with property value in California. If you don't make enough to get out of the rent trap, it's really not against your, you know, not it's not fruitful for you to be here, basically. You got to make 6 digits right after college, or you're going to be in the rental trap for the rest of your life. A lot of my friends are in the rental trap. I was in the rental trap for many years. Um, but if you get out and just figure out how to get that home loan, um, if you were in the military, get a VA home loan, or move to a city. There's plenty of cities in California that are undesirable cities, that people don't want to live in, like Bakersfield, Fresno, Merced, San Bernardino, Riverside, and even those areas are very expensive. So maybe if you move up to the northern California, like Humboldt, Chico State, like around Chico State, those areas, maybe you can move over there. But then again, when you trying to find a job, you won't get 6 digits working around the Chico State area or Humboldt area. It's very hard to get very good jobs in those type of cities up in the northern California. Because I always say there's Southern California, um, Ventura, I say Santa Barbara down to San Diego, then Santa Maria to San Francisco is Northern California, and then the northern California is San Francisco. I mean, well, Napa to Humboldt County. So, in those areas, Napa to Humboldt County is the, you know, the cheaper areas, but then again, it's hard to find work in those areas. The easiest way, the to find good work in California, I suggest moving to San Francisco for a while, around the Bay Area, maybe live in the East Bay, but then, or maybe live in Sacramento and find a job in Sacramento is actually a good spot. It's actually cheap to live in some areas, and then it's very good, fruitful jobs around there because it's a government area. A lot of, since that's our capital, it's a lot of government area. But anyhow, Grant Cardone versus Gavin Newsom. I think that's going to be the major headlines coming up in the next governor of California election. All right, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next in the next video, and bon appetito. Peace.